was it like joining this franchise?
Awesome. I was I jumped at the opportunity. I didn't even hesitate. When they called and said they want you to be a part of Sharknado 2, I heard all of the social media success that they had, getting over 5,000 tweets a minute, how much everyone loved it. It was a little film that could, and I said, why not? And I got to do some action, and I got to kiss Ian, so it was a win-win situation for me. Except I had to do a lot of damn running. That was the only thing. I didn't even realize how much running we had to do. We did a lot of running.
Oh, I was just gonna add up on that. What was the most strenuous thing that you had to do? Was it only the running?
And it was cold. It was very, very cold. There was a couple of scenes where we were on top of the 66th floor of a building, and it was so cold and so windy. It was brutal. I mean, we could barely get our lines out. So that was tough. And then I had to grab a knife, and then we were throwing bombs. I mean, it was very physical. You would think that maybe your body would warm up, but it was like the coldest winter in New York ever. So, and then there was a couple of times, one scene where we had to get a little wet.
Yeah.
So it was like turned into an icicle for a Sharknado. So, but we did it. We did it. On that final day when they said it's a wrap, I ran from that set.
Do you think shooting under those kind of conditions, do you think that helps performance in a movie like this?
Absolutely. I mean, we had to, but I'm going to tell you that Ian, our leader, never complained. There was one scene where we had to run across from one building to the subway, and I just knew he was going to go, you guys, we're going to slip. And he would complain. He goes, you guys ready? I was like, oh, okay, let me put on my big girl boots. I've got to run with you. And he zoomed across the street, and I just kept praying, please don't let us fall. Please don't let us fall. And the director said, if you fall, get up, keep running. It'll be part of the scene. But I'm going to tell you that for us working in such cold elements, our leader, Ian, never complained. And I think that helped the morale of the entire cast, that if he's not complaining, he's working every day, he's doing a lot of stunts. Like me, I kept saying, I'm not wimping out. I'm not wimping out. So, and I did. Yeah.
What's your favorite scene that you did from the movie?
From the movie?
Yeah.
Wow. It would definitely be the scene on the roof where I got the samurai sword and sliced up the shark. That looked really cool, and then we were throwing bombs and stuff like that. That was a really cool scene when I saw it. I was like, all right, got you some sci-fi, some action. Did it. So that scene for me was really good. And then my second scene was when I got to kiss him. Because I kept saying, do you think we need to do another take? He was like, sure.
Now, hearing you talk about some of those scenes, was there ever a point that you're like, this is so ridiculous what's happening?
I think there was only one time that I went out, and we were in the baseball field. And I was like, first of all, how would it be this cold during baseball? And they're like, the Sharknado's going to come over that. You guys are freaking out that it's so cold, that the Sharknado's changed the weather. So that scene for me was difficult because it was really cold. And I had on my tight little thin camouflage pants and a t-shirt, so I was like standing in front of the heaters doing the thing during the in-between takes and trying not to wimp out. Trying not to wimp and trying to get my dialogue out. I was like, well, we'll probably have to do a lot of looping on this. Yeah, so that was tough. The element was the hardest I've ever dealt with. I've dealt with heat in Toronto. I've dealt with a little bit of cold in Toronto, but this was just, I don't know, it was a different kind of cold because it was kind of wet and really, really cold, And you just couldn't warm up, seemingly. So, but it was great. And then I got to work with Mark McGrath. I'm sorry.
Obviously you mentioned about how it became a Twitter phenomenon. Are you going to do anything special for the premiere?
Yes, I am. That morning I'm going to be on Sports Nation advertising the show, and then it's my birthday. So I'm having a birthday party Sharknado tweeting party. So after Sports Nation, it's going to be party all the time. Don't do that. It's going to be party all the time for Sharknado and tweeting. I've got all my friends. We're going to have a big party over at my friend's house. We're going to have salmon, so I'm eating some fish, salmon, kale, and we're going to be tweeting and celebrating my birthday.
And a shark's birthday cake?
Hey! I'll tell somebody to give me one. There might be one. Then I can buy that. It's a good idea. Or what about like shark cupcakes?
There you go.
Yeah, I don't like cakes anymore. Now everyone loves cupcakes. Yeah. So yeah, or shark cake or cupcakes.
Yeah.
That's what we'll do.